Man, this is a big one for you guys today. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking about the huge changes that just dropped for that Gigantoraptor in Ark Survival Ascended. You guys know the Gigantoraptor just officially launched in the game, and with it, I did post a video previously talking about the best and easiest way to tame one. Well, unfortunately, now that video is obsolete as that method currently no longer works. So really quick, YouTube tells me 92% of you guys that are watching my videos for whatever reason aren't subscribed here to the channel. If you guys would really like to help me out and you enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe directly below this video. And also, if you guys are interested in checking out my Discord community or my community servers for Ark Survival Ascended and other survival games, you could do so by utilizing the links down below in the description. Alrighty, so diving right in, we're talking about some huge changes here that relate to the Gigantoraptor, the brand new creature that was just officially added, I believe, 2 days ago here for Ark Survival Ascended. The easiest method before was to simply just trap the parent relatively close to the nest of the Gigantoraptor, and this obviously worked and would allow you to hop into the nest, do the little mini game with the baby, and then boom bada bing, this Gigantoraptor baby is now your tame, and then you can continue on your merry way. Well, unfortunately, you can no longer do this. In the game's official Discord, not too long ago, they just dropped the patch notes for a ton of changes, with the #1 change that is worth mentioning, and that is the first line of wild Gigantoraptor babies will now only feel comfortable approaching the survivor if the parent is able to return to its nest. Therefore, gone are the trapping days where you could trap the parent relatively close to the nest. Unfortunately, that will not allow the baby to come back to you to the nest and start the mini game. So now you might be wondering, well, how exactly do you tame the Gigantoraptor now then? Well, that brings us back to the official taming method as they showcased in the spotlight video for the Gigantoraptor. Essentially, you're going to have to make your way to a nest that has a parent and a baby, just like normal, but instead you're going to have to drop fertilized eggs relatively close by to the nest, where the parent would then leave the nest of the baby, make its way to the egg, and start chomping on it. At this point, you are going to have to jump inside of the nest, once again interacting with the baby in the mini game, and unfortunately, the parent will at some point finish off the egg that you dropped and will make its way back to the nest. At this point, you are going to have to be getting out of the nest, run back a ways, drop another fertilized egg, and then rinse and repeat the process. Now, this method does take a considerable amount of time compared to just simply trapping them, but it looks like this is the method that Wildcard wants players to be using and not necessarily trapping the parent. Obviously, if we discover any other method that will also work that makes this a little bit easier, then we'll be sure to let you guys know in an updated video. But for now, this is unfortunately the method you have to use to tame a Gigantoraptor. And in addition to this huge change, they've added a ton of other ones for the Gigantoraptor. Now, the list is kind of extensive. I'm not going to read the entire thing. We'd be here all day, but I highly recommend you always check out the patch notes for yourself in the game's official Discord. I'll put a link to that down below in the description. But nevertheless, there are a couple I want to point out. The very first one that I think is worth mentioning is they fixed the eggs visually disappearing from the Gigantoraptor's saddle when restarting on single player. I've seen a lot of people in my Discord community have this issue, and I'm glad that they are getting this fixed, or did get this fixed, for those players. Additionally, it's worth noting they adjusted the description of that Giganta feather, which again is really nice because a lot of people were confused on exactly how this worked. Additionally, they fixed wild Gigantoraptor babies getting stuck inside of their nest, and man, oh man, this one was a doozy. I struggled for like 45 minutes the other night to get one of them out, and it was a nightmare. It had to grow large enough for me to be able to glitch through its head to access its feet with a cryopod, just so I can simply get it out. So I'm very glad to see this one fixed. Additionally, they've added the ability to now pick up babies in front of you with the Alt Fire keys. If you're on the keyboard, that is specifically the left control single click option. Again, really nice for trying to pick up the babies. And last but not least, they have fixed issues with the Gigantoraptor nest not getting cleared out, aka not spawning properly. I think all the changes are a W here. Me personally, I understand why some people might be upset because you can no longer trap the parent and easily tame the Gigantoraptor, but as Wildcard has stated here, that's not how it was intended, and they really truly want to make sure that everybody has the intended experience when it comes to taming these creatures. So overall, I think it's a massive W here, and I love all the changes for that Gigantoraptor, and honestly, it might become my favorite creature we have in the game. And now on top of the Gigantoraptor changes, they've also added some really good general changes. The first one is ally names are now displayed when wearing a gift ghillie suit, which is huge. This one, in my opinion, should have been done a long time ago. It makes it very confusing when you're trying to find a tribe mate or an ally if they're wearing full-on ghillie, specifically the headpiece, as it just simply hid their name completely. Additionally, they fixed the inability to ping targets correctly while being carried by an ally flyer. They fixed an issue that causes the FPS to drop when opening doors with lights turned on. And again, this one is a massive W here. I really wish this was fixed a long time ago, but yes, a lot of people, and especially on my community server, have just simply refrained from using any sort of doors because of the, tremendous FPS drop every time you would open or close them. Next up, they have the cosmetic tab now allows for you to filter items, and they additionally fix lighting sources on rafts not producing light. And that, my friends, officially wraps up our huge changes for the Gigantoraptor and Ark Survival Ascended in general. You guys let me know what your thoughts are down below. Specifically, let me know what your thoughts are on them changing the ability to trap parents, like taking that away and now forcing all of us to do the longer method when it comes to taming them. I'm really curious to know what your guys' thoughts are, so drop a comment down below and let me know. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything Ark Survival Ascended related. Don't forget that I do have a Discord community, and I even have a Ark provided server from Nitrado. If you guys are interested in checking that out, you can also do that by joining the Discord with the link down below in the description. With that being said, as always, guys, I'll see ya on the next one.